Hi, here's Luke Shaker from the Scorpions, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold.
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
What we've got here is
maximum voltage, maximum power, maximum carnage. This is Maximum Threshold. Call the show at
440-709-4977.
Maximum Threshold. And here's your hosts, Dom.
It's unstable, but possibly worse. He's actually quite smart. He just makes errors of judgment along the way.
Ever since I seen you all alone, I could see it in your eyes that you were that girl, the kind that guys would like to get to know, but you never even smiled when you took me home. And now I know that I need you like before. Hey, straight shooter, would you come outside tonight? Would you take me for a ride? Would you make me feel alive? Straight shooter, would you love me till the end? Don't stop until we do it all again. Hey, straight shooter. You're running free, but you walk alone. You like to gamble with your life and always bet it. And anytime I wanna let it go, though you're the girl without a smile you would always show. And now I know that I need you like before. Hey, straight shooter, would you come outside tonight? Would you take me for a ride? Would you make me feel alive? Straight shooter, would you love me till the end? Don't stop until we do it all again. Hey, straight shooter. You never stood me up, so don't you even try. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Baby, don't you let me would you come outside tonight? Would you take me for a ride? Would you make me feel alive? Straight shooter, would you love me till the end? Don't stop until we do it all again. Hey, straight shooter, would you come outside tonight? Would you take me for a ride? Would you make me feel alive? Straight shooter, would you love me till the end? Don't stop until we do it all again. Hey, straight shooter.
Man, it's pretty catchy, isn't it?
Hey, straight shooter. Hey, straight shooter.
Yeah. Whoa, what's going on out there, everybody? Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show, episode 511. I want to thank everybody especially you, who stop to take some time out and tune in and listen to this fun-filled thing that we've been doing here for over a decade. I'm gonna rock you tonight. I got a lot of cool stuff for you, man. I really honestly got a lot of cool stuff over here. I'm gonna throw at you. And I got some old stuff. We're just gonna tickle your ass with a feather with it. It's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. We got some really cool interviews tonight lined up. Just stick around, man. I don't want to tell you right now because it kind of takes the fun out of it. So we're just gonna roll with it tonight. But there are going to be interviews. Okay, I just wanted you to know that. Okay. So that's what we got going on tonight. So there's just been some questionable stuff about things that are up on the website. They're asking me, I just got a text. Why am I doing promotions for Mariah Carey and Pink on the website? Hey, you got to do something to bring traffic to the site. Well, not so much for Mariah Carey, just because, they're playing the Roxino here in the Cleveland area, and Mariah's playing there, and they shot me a message asking me if I could help them promote the event, and of course we like to work with Northfield Park's Hard Roxino for events. So, yeah, that's it. So yeah, let me get back in the music here. We start off the show here tonight with Punky Meadows with Straight Shooter. Some new stuff there, so I hope you're digging it. That was pretty cool. They had me singing along with it. So I know if I'm singing along with it, I know you guys are too. So jump on in, check it out. We're all going to rock this site. That's right. So here you go, man. So I want to thank everybody who's tuning in. And for all you new people who are wandering around, end up at the Maximum Threshold Radio site, and you just got on there, and all of a sudden, boof, there's the players on playing, and you're hearing it. There we are. And like I was just saying a few minutes ago off the air, I was talking with my comrades. I was telling them, we're in a new platform starting, earlier this week. We've struck a deal with Shoutcast, and Shoutcast has been featuring us all around the world. It's a larger platform for us, which is pretty neat, man. We enjoy this. Being, broadcast around the world isn't new to us. As you know, if you've been following us over the decade, we have been in over 50-something markets, almost 60, and we were also on terrestrial radio around the world, too, as well, on our internationally syndicated radio program, this one here you're listening. And so it's pretty sweet, man. Now we're coming back, we're scaling back a little bit, and it's pretty sweet. What can I say? I want to thank all the people who are tuning in. I'm getting all these damn texts right now. My phone's blowing up. I got Curtis. He just texted me, and I had Annabelle. She just texted me, and we got Philomena, and we got Jeff Kiss, and we have Miss Molly. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in, and also Beavis, because his punk ass bitch is out at the meatpacking district out there in New York, and he's blaring it in his car. He actually pulled up in his little orange Pinto in the meatpacking district and has his kickers in the back there, and we're blasting Maximum Threshold out there. So everybody's getting a chance to check us out over there in the meatpacking district. So I want to thank him for putting it out there. And we know later on they're going to be putting it in him. So, yeah. Oh, man. So like I said earlier, we started off the show with some Punky Meadows, some brand new stuff there. We played Straight Shooters, and that's what we opened the show with, man. And it's such a sweet-ass song, man. Pretty cool. It just flowed. I like that. Really cool. So maybe soon we'll get Punky on the show here. We could talk about his new release. I know he's had a bunch of cool people work with him on it. Also, I got some other stuff here. We got the new Apathy or a piece, however you want to say it. We got their new release. And I listened to a little bit of it, man. It's not that bad, He's got Goldie working on it, and he's got a lot of cool people working on it. So there's a lot of other people, who Carmen and Vinny, who dealt with over the years, interacted. with each other, and he brought them in and helped them out make this record. Because you can't just put just a straight drum record together. It would sound like shit. Especially if you're a guitarist. You're like, no, fuck that. No, I don't want that. But they pulled this one off, so it's pretty cool. So, I'm going to play something here in a little bit off that. I just got to see where I put it up on the board. I put it up here somewhere so I wouldn't lose it. But for you people who are regulars of our show, I have a board with literally it has 100 buttons on it, and it has the songs, and it has our bumpers on it, has our commercials on it, it has our intro and our outro and all this other stuff on there. So trying to track it down, but looking at it immediately, I don't see it. But I know I put it on here because I listened to it a little while ago. And I was like, oh, well, that one's okay. That song's okay. I don't know about that one. No, I don't know where I put it at. It's around here somewhere. Okay. Well, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to play some music for you because we got a little bit of time here before our interview. So I'm going to play some music for you. And for the people who are listening to us live, hey, you get to hear all this cool stuff going on. And tonight we're broadcasting live from Yazoo City in Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter I, humpback I, whatever I, yeah, bukake, all that good stuff. So we're in Yazoo City, Mississippi. So we're on the road, taking it out to you, and here we are. I want to thank 55 for being here. He's right over here. He went to go give me a drink. So he's going to be coming here hopefully in a little bit. He's going to check in, and we're going to shoot the shit with him. If I can get him over here, because I saw him. I saw Curtis. He was over here, but he had all these drunk chicks all around him already. Wow, it's pretty early, too. So we'll see what happens, man. He gets hooked up, he gets hooked up. If he doesn't get hooked up, he doesn't get hooked up. Oh, so like I was saying, for people who are listening to us live right now, you get to hear all the newer music that I have that I can't put on a recorded version for our podcast. But you, like I said, you get to hear the live. You get to hear the new material that's out there. You don't have to hear me ramble on and talk shit, all that, and build up this and that and build a buzz. You don't got to worry about none of that. So, okay. Well, here we go, man. For the people, let me pause this. Wait a minute. That was some brand new guar for you. Fuck this place. Hope you guys dug that, man. This record was dedicated to Odorous. So you hear a lot of it talking about, about Odorous leaving this planet and they're being stuck with all this bullshit and watching the human race going to destroy itself. This record actually has some cool material in it. It's good stuff, man. And obviously it's different with the new singer. But hey, man, it's still metal, man. It's right. I mean, they're still putting something out for you. I mean, they're not everybody's cup of tea, but for the ones who dig them, hell, it's perfect, isn't it? That's what I got to say. And plus, they're really cool dudes. Even though they aren't from this planet, but they were cool, man. They were cool to me. They may have strangled me, literally. I really was feeling dizzy, too. So I want you to know that. So when they were strangling me, I think I had 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left, and I would have been dead if they would have kept strangling me. Because I actually got a message saying it takes 4 minutes to strangle somebody to death to kill them. So they were strangling me for about 15 seconds. So yeah, there was 3 minutes and 45 seconds I would have been dead. I was red, my glasses were falling off, and what can I say? That's my experience. I didn't come out of the tunnel or anything like that, but I almost saw the light, Carol Ann. Almost saw the light. So hey, Rob Duke's got a new EP out. I'm just talking with him, trying to get his stuff so I can play it on here for you guys. I mean, I know he has it up on iTunes, and I didn't get a chance to check it out yet. I want to really bad, but I'm gonna try to scan around here and see if I can find some for you guys, because I think it's Rob's a good dude, and he did get a bum rap, leaving Exodus, but can I say? I know the people that he has in his band. He's got Johnny Rod on guitar. He's got Scott Reeder on bass. You may know him. He's from Caius in Fireball Ministry. And also he's got Craig Cifola from Wheelhouse Junction. And so, I think I may have something here. All right. Oh, this is a sampler. Let's check out a sampler called Dukes. This song's called Disaster. Let's see. Da, 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 da. I don't want it to blow you guys' ears out. It's loading. Loading. I'm a 5.0. I'm down so I can't row. It's on the scene. You know what I mean. Yeah, so you people, man, been to the Maximum Threshold website. You saw some Pink shit up on there and some Mariah Carey. Don't worry about that. It's for different demographics. We got to keep in our good with the Roxino. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, that thing doesn't want to load for some reason. So I'm gonna have to try something else. Oh, I think I'm coming to that problem. Where I was thinking, since we're not losing the feed, so I could fuck around a little bit and go online and. Turn down some.
Until I found music and drugs to fill that black void of hate. The drugs took away that self-hatred which I turned on the world. Angel dust, acid, pills, pot, whatever I can get my fucking hands on. I have become a walking nightmare. A fucking disaster of human existence. Empty veins and hollow bones. You're dead, now you're going home. Life is gone, you're laid to rest. No one cries that you're violent out. Your life, it means nothing. Your life, it means nothing. Your life, it means nothing. Many times on my face I fallen. Behind my back they laughed at me. Looking back I thought my soul was broken, but now I know it was filled with hate. Once again I rise from the ashes, my hateful eyes filled with rage. Trudge along in this dying existence, and you point your finger at me. I don't give a fuck 'cause I know you hate me. I don't give a fuck 'cause I know you hate me.
Well, there you go, man. There's the sampler of Rob Dukes, his new release called Dukes for you. I'm glad we were able to play that. Man, yeah, didn't it sound like it'd be a cool one song? It was pretty cool. Man, he's got some cool people on this one. I know he's got members of Run DMC and Snot on here, so, you know, hell, what can you say? Good stuff, man. Good stuff. It's a lot different than the stuff that you're used to. And all I got to say is, yeah, they got Mikey Doling playing in My Whole Life on that release. And also Hate Me, that's Daryl's on there. Daryl McDaniels, Daryl DMC McDaniels is on there. Yep. I know he's been wanting to work with him for years. He did some other stuff with him a while back. I think it was a Generation Kill when they were talking about putting stuff together, and they did. So there you go, man. I'm glad I was able to throw it out here. Hopefully, pretty soon I can get my Nubby Grubs on the full-blown EP there for you guys, and we'll have a listening party or something rock you guys out, man. But you can get it on iTunes. I know it's on there because he sent me the link to it. So take yourself time, a couple seconds, and go over there on iTunes and just look up Rob Dukes, and the release is called Dukes. Okay, moving on from that, I want to throw this out there to you guys. I know there's some guitarists out there, okay? There's some people that also play the triangle out there, pretty damn good. I'm going to put together a quick Christmas record, okay? And so what I need you to do, if any of you guys play guitar, triangle, whatever you play, you whistle. If you can whistle a Christmas song, do that, and I'm going to put it on a record, okay? Because I've been dying to do this, and you can even, if you want to just sing, you want to do what the hell do they call that, a cappella. If you want to do that on your own and just sing it, I don't care if you could sing or not, but I want to put together a quick Christmas record so we have something we can offer out there to everybody. And this will actually be a real release that we're going to put out with Spat Records. So if it sounds like something of interest to you, and especially if we can get Paul Stanley to do some Christmas songs, oh man, that'd be great. So, and you hear that? If you could pull that off, I need a whole song. It got to be at least 2.5 to 3 minutes long. Okay, and you can't be playing other people's music or that. It's got to be. I want to make this like original Christmas music. And if you got like those little Christmas jingle bells shit, you could do that too and sing along to it. It doesn't have to be a comedy thing. You can be serious, but I don't want a full production. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for something simple, basic. People, you get your point across, so we can get out there. So we can get this shit out there to the masses, so people can get a hold of them. They can purchase this stuff, and all money that we raise goes to, I don't know. I didn't think that far into this, but we'll find out a place to go if we even get money off it. Hey, you know what would be even funnier if we make a really big push on this Christmas release. You know, we get this done and give you guys a few weeks to do this, and it's going to take, I think, a couple weeks for it to go through the whole process of being uploaded through the servers and all that, and then it creeps through Amazon and all those other places where you download music at, Apple Music or whatever the hell it's called, iTunes. I should have known that. That's stupid. Google Music. We'll get it all on there, and it'll be all over Spotify, Pandora, wherever you can listen to music and download and stream music. You'll be able to find us. So we need to come up with a name also as well. So if you have a cool name for a Christmas record that we're going to put out, please pitch the idea. And we also need an artist, somebody who can draw a fucking snowman and Santa Claus, and they could even be evil if you want. But if you're a good artist and you could draw, please do so. And also, it'd be really cool to do this. That's all I can say. I've been wanting to do this all year, and I just keep forgetting to do it because I just haven't had time. But I want to do this. I'm gonna put a couple songs there. Even if I get it, this is gonna turn into an EP, which I don't really want it to be an EP. I like to have this a full length. Have at least 12 songs on here, 12 Christmas jingle songs or whatever. Maybe I could talk to some of our rocker dudes and get them to put something together. So you'll probably hear me pitching an idea throughout the evening as well as others to see what we can do, if we can make headway with this release, which is going to be cool. Maybe for just us, the people who are part of it. No matter. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Enough of me rambling on. Let's see. Ralphie May died. I think that was all who died this past week. We give condolences go out to all the people who died in Vegas. That's a real fucking shit fuck fest there. That was horrible. We had Rad Chad was out there on Saturday, the day before. He was out there, I guess he was seeing Scott's, what the hell's his last name? Stapp. Stave, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. He went up there to go check him out. And he did a show review and stuff like that, and he was going to go to that country festival, because he was doing the MT thing. And he just said he was too tired and he left. So, and he also had media credentials and all that. So, what that would have meant, that would have been a good chance he would have got he would have been one of the dudes get shot up, because they were actually shooting up towards people up front, which is messed up. You know, one of the weird things I was told, I haven't seen any video of this yet, but people were getting shot up. They was drinking, right? So people were getting shot. Nobody spilled a drink. Everybody held on to them. I mean, I'm not making a joke or anything. I'm just saying this is the shit that people told me. And there said there was videos of that. Okay, why are people telling me to get to the point? I'm telling a story. God. That's from Groove. Don't like me yakking shit. That's what I do, man. I get paid the big dollars in food stamps to do this. Okay? Plus I wait all week to do this, so you guys get to nah. Okay. Let me see. Let me move this out of the way. And we're gonna do this, because you guys, you can thank Groove for this. Since I talked enough, I got some more talking going on.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News, and this is your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News report. 36 Crazy Fists have released a new music video on Vivo for the song Better to Burn. The video was shot in the state of Alaska, and their band's new album Lanterns is out now. Papa Roach, they've released a new live EP recorded for the BBC Radio 1 earlier in 2017 at Maida Vale Studios. The EP is out now, October the 6th. They performed the songs Born for Greatness, Last Resort, Periscope, and Help. And Avenged Sevenfold are set to release a deluxe version of their album The Stage on December the 15th. Some bonus tracks on the album include covers of Pink Floyd and the Beach Boys, among others. There's also live songs from the O2 Arena in London, England on the disc. You can check out the cover of Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here on YouTube now. And some of the songs that they have are God Only Knows, Beach Boys cover, The Stage live in London, Paradigm live in London, among many others. Continuing with your MaximumThreshold.net rock and metal news, August Burns Red are currently streaming their new album Phantom Anthem on YouTube for a limited time. The album is now out, and Like Moss to Flames have released the title track from their new album called Dark Divine on YouTube. The album Dark Divine is coming out on November the 3rd. Some of the songs are Nowhere Left to Sink, Shallow Truths for Shallow Minds, Empty the Same, From the Dust Returned. That sounds, looks like it's going to be a great album from some of the music that's been put out already. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Z, and this has been your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News report. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thanks, Ron. Thank you for doing it. Well, let's see. They're saying the audio is choppy. I have a pretty nice stream of what I see over here. Well, if it is, man, I'm sorry. I'm closing stuff down. Plus, my email's updating, so sorry, man. Sorry. What can I say? I know when it was choppy during the video. I mean, when I was playing the Rob Duke stuff, because I was moving the screen around and stuff. So get used to this for a little bit, guys. Just a little bit until they get the other stuff fixed. Then that's when we really lose the feed and all that shit. But I was just, so far I have not lost the feed, and it's going on for an hour and 6 minutes. So yeah, I mean let's boogie on down over here. I want to play something. Oh, okay, I'm going to play this. This here is a love song. I actually watched this video today, and they were showing this. It was who's this? It was Bon Jovi, I think it was. And I don't remember what song it was, but it was the guy who played in the movie Halloween Town. the bad guy. The kid was blonde, and he played in this, but he was also in this video too. So it was like a love triangle kind of thing, sort of in a way. And so this chick left because the guy started to cheat on her with this other chick, her roommate or whatever. And so she was walking in her high heels and walking down the street, their makeup going down her face. And I looked over and I said, you know what? She's doing the walk of shame. You know, that walk of shame is when you're after, the chick is out and she just was trash drunk and she ended up doing some fat dude behind a dumpster at McDonald's and passed out. And she's walking home with her ripped clothes and stuff like that. And just walking home and people just look at her like, man, you look like shit. And she had a rough night and she had fun and she forgot what happened. Now she had to go home and face everything with all these people seeing her. So this here is a song dedicated to that situation. And it's one of my favorite bands in the whole wide world. So we're going to play it for you right now. Here's Steel Panther with Walk of Shame here on Maximum Threshold Radio. Turn it up, baby.
Yeah.
Phone lines are open. Call now, 440-709-4977. Once again, that number is 440-709-4977.
Hey, it's contest time. Be the second person to text the show at 440-252-0058 wins. That's right, call number 2, 440-252-0058. Shoot us a text and you'll win.
Michael Strong, you motherfucker! Ow! A maximum threshold, baby. Woo! It's Michael Starr from Steel Panther.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, he's here to smash your taint and take your diabetic socks, Dominic Reedy. Give it up for Dominic and Reedy on guitar! Raise him up, let's see who's the loose, baby! good, yeah. I'm on the prowl and I'm out at your coat. Well, I'm not dead, 'cause I'm right there. But it's a feeling and I wanna know. Well, I'm not dead, 'cause I'm right there. I'm to my knees and I'm picking up feeling. Well, I'm not dead. Well, it's a feeling. Well, I'm not dead. Drop to my knees. Thank you. Good night.
Phone lines are open. Call now 440-709-4977. Once again, that number is 440-709-4977.
You could say you're listening to Dom and Dan.
Dom and Dan?
Dom, with Dominic and Dan.
Dominic and Dan, right?
Yeah,
Dan is
that's
DAN,
it.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah, this is easy. Okay then. It's Angelique from the Rock of Love 2 on the H1 and you are listening to Dan. Stay sexy.
Hey, this is Sebastian Bach, and you have come to rock on Maximum Threshold. Turn it up!
Man, that's some killer shit right there. That's Lou DiBello. Man, a maniac. Had a good sound there, man. Really good. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who's tuning in tonight to the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. We're live, man. Live in Yazoo City, Mississippi. That's right. And, let's get this. Maximum Threshold Radio, you're on air.
Yeah, is this Dom?
Yeah.
Dom, Lou DiBello.
Hey, Lou, what's going on, man? I just got done playing. Let me hear you scream.
Oh, perfect timing.
It just ended, man. Man, I'm really digging it. I'm glad I finally got turned on to your music here. I wish I would have heard about it earlier.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Some good stuff, man. So what's going on?
Just actually got a relatively rare Saturday night off here, so just kind of chilling out and seeing what's going on with you.
I hear you, man. Where are you calling from?
I'm here in Central Illinois, in the Heartland, as we like to call it.
Gotcha. So what's
Chicago.
So what's going on that neck of the woods?
Sorry.
Nothing good going on over there?
Sorry, man, you're breaking up on me. Hang on. See if it's any better here. Go again.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. How's the music scene out there in the middle of the cornfield areas?
Well, there's a lot of different stuff going on, but as far as the original hard rock and metal, it's a little slim pickings.
Yeah.
But, I make do otherwise. But that's why I try and get something going on a little bit larger scale. But I play all the time. I have some cover bands and some different things that I do, so I play all kinds of gigs.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was looking at some of your videos on YouTube and got to see, man, all the different large venues you're playing and the little places, and man, just a chance to get out there and just do what you do, man. It's got to be a great vibe and great feeling.
Yeah, it's I'm real fortunate on the scale of somebody like yourself. Obviously, I'm pretty unknown at this point, but I've made my living playing music and teaching guitar, most of my adult life at this point. So I'm very fortunate to spend so much time doing what I love, one way or the other.
Nice. For the people who aren't familiar with you, want to give them like a quick little bio on yourself?
I've been playing guitar for a ridiculously long time now, and as far as what's going on with the new album Heatwave, that's something that I started recording last October and got involved with a few pretty respectable folks on the music scene, Ross the Boss and Mike LaPon from Symphony X. I got a great singer from Germany, Karsten Schultz, and this is my fourth solo CD, and I've done some other stuff, with some bands and whatever, all independently released. But this is my fourth solo CD, and it ended up coming together, even a little bit more sort of substantially than I might have anticipated early on, and so pretty happy about all that, the way it's gone up to this point.
Nice. Working with Ross, did he ever make you put on like a leather loincloth or anything like that?
I think those days are behind him.
I know I've talked to him. I've talked to him a bunch of times. He's always told me, no, I've never worn those fucking things. I never wore those loincloths.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, it is. So how'd you get hooked up with him?
Sorry, man, losing you there just for a second.
Sorry. I said, how did you hook up with Ross? I mean, I read the story, but for the people who aren't familiar with that.
So, it's pretty funny, like a lot of different things, it seems, these days. Social media, played a part, and I had just been casual Facebook friend on his page or whatever for a while, and, we had a little bit of a rapport, and maybe, shot a, message back and forth or whatever, but I never, said anything to him about, playing with me or anything like that. And then there's a lady, Lori Hunt, that works with Ross and some other acts, and she caught a video clip of me, and to make a somewhat drawn-out story a little bit more brief, she basically got me in touch with Ross and, convinced me to, sort of ask him for a little bit of feedback and advice, relative to what I wanted to do musically, and he was, real helpful and friendly. Of course, when I first called him on the phone, I was, nervous or whatever, and so it was nice to be able to, to get some feedback from somebody with the kind of experience that he has, and so it was just sort of a weird kind of circumstance that led to us having some conversations, and even at that point, I hadn't necessarily thought that I was going to ask him to play on a tune, but then that's what ended up coming out of that. So he played lead guitar with me. We played some sort of little dueling leads that go back and forth there, and some harmonies and stuff, and so that all came together real nice. And then that same connection is what got Mike LaPond on the project as well. So yeah, just a really great opportunity to work, especially with Ross, somebody like that has that kind of experience. And so, I was all ears for whatever sort of little tips or, feedback I could gain from him. And it's been a great experience up to this point. So I hopefully we'll work together again at some point in one way or another, I think. So.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you were making that music, were you just shooting files over to him, or did you guys actually connect and come to a studio?
We just did those, remote, as so much stuff is done these days. It's funny because I had done remote stuff with guys locally, practically in town or that live a half hour away, shoot files back and forth, and never really thought that much about it. And then when I started doing this more serious project, and especially with Karsten being in Germany doing the vocals and everything, I was like, well, I guess this would, really work on a more, sort of serious scale.
Yeah.
And of course, all those guys were totally familiar with doing it too, and you know, everybody was able to work in a good studio at the, you know, the location that they were doing their stuff. So yeah, it ended up working out really, really well. I mean, it really came together great.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you have just just a main singer on there, or did you have other singers jump in on that?
Karsten sings all the vocal tracks. The album is half instrumental tracks and half vocal tunes. And when I first started doing the CD in general, started kind of putting together what I was going to have on it, I sort of thought I was only going to have a couple of vocal tunes. All my previous solo efforts were all entirely instrumental, and so you know, I had some ideas for some vocal tunes, and had some ideas in my head. And then the way I got hooked up with Karsten was just another total like moment of serendipity. He had worked years ago with a guy that I had studied with, a guitar player that I had studied with in Los Angeles, and I ended up trying to track him down, and in the process kind of ended up meeting Karsten, and so it was just a, you know, real strange sequence of events, the way the whole thing really came together. But as soon as we did the first tune with Karsten, I was like, man, this is, you know, going to work out great. And I've also written a lot of vocal stuff that I hadn't either recorded or hadn't recorded kind of in a fully finished form, but mostly because it was hard to find somebody that could really sing it.
Yeah.
And you know, he just kills it. I mean, he just is just right on the money for what I wanted out of the material. So yeah, it just worked out great.
So how's it feel when you sit back and you listen to this release and you compare it, because you've done a bunch of other ones? How do you compare this in your catalog of other material?
Well, I mean, it's for sure the best all the way around. My playing gets better over the years, and I think the writing is certainly as good or better than ever, and the production is for sure the best that I've been involved with. So yeah, really, it's pretty cool. As long as I've been doing it, just almost regardless of the extra sort of recognition that it's getting, which is a huge bonus and something that I didn't necessarily kind of anticipate, or maybe I didn't exactly know what to expect. But just for myself to be able to still really be topping what I had done previously and feeling like I'm taking a step up each time and everything. So yeah, it's a really it's a good feeling and certainly very rewarding to have the final product in the way that it came out. And I'm putting some things together for a live performance of the stuff that's on the material. We're looking at some potential touring opportunities here, probably after the first of the year, one way or the other, and trying to get sort of the next logical step, get out in front of some people and play it live. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it would go over pretty damn good, man. It sounds like something you could, if you were like in a mix with the bands like like a rainbow kind of vibe band, something like that. Yeah. I mean, just straight up hard rock band. Man, your music goes over great, and plus with you, with your, I'm sure you grab a lot of guitarists out there who'd come out there just to check you out.
Yeah, I think it would be great. I mean, I get a lot of nice comments and reviews. It's really been pulling in a lot of nice reviews, and I'm not running out of them yet, but I mean, I'm selling CDs online, and I'm getting a lot more sort of YouTube views, and so yeah, people definitely like it, and I think it would go over great, in front of a, like you say, you get in front of a crowd that's that's ready for some good straight up kind of hard rock, old school hard rock metal. You know.
What kind of following do you have, locally?
You know, with the various bands that I do and whatever, there's definitely a lot of people that come out, and I sell, I'm selling certainly, locally at my shows. I'm selling CDs, even though I'm not necessarily even doing all this material right now. And of course, I've been, working in this area for years, so relatively well known, I would say, and all that. But yeah, it's nice. There's a pretty supportive scene in this area.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if there was a little bit more, like you go over to Indy and Louisville, Kentucky, and there's some regional metal scenes. It's not really a good sort of metal scene right here, but there is a lot of other music that goes on, and so yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I used to live down towards that area, down there in western Kentucky area for a short period of time, and music scene was pretty bad down over there.
Yeah, there's some different stuff going on. There's some bands in Indy and Ohio and Louisville that are they're doing little tours, or they're opening up for some acts that come through, and but there's really none of that right here. It's primarily here in Central Illinois. It's mostly covers it, and of course there's a lot of country. But you do what you can.
I hear you. I know what you're saying. What kind of guitars do you play?
For a long time I played Strats, humbucker at the bridge, and then the last couple of years I've been playing more of a Les Paul style. My main guitar is actually a 1970s lawsuit era, Japanese built Les Paul copy type. That's real sweet. I've had a couple guys that have Les Pauls, and we sort of A/B them, and it compares real favorably. So that's actually the main guitar that I've been using for a while. I've got a couple of nice American Strats and some custom top Strat and a couple things like that. But actually this lawsuit Les Paul's pretty darn good these days.
Is that a Hondo or is that a Memphis?
No, this is one of the nicer ones. Ibanez, had a lot of, the nicer lawsuit era ones. And then this is a guitar that has the nameplate Diamond on it, but it was made by Aria. And they made a set neck Les Paul and a 335 set neck copy. And those are the only two that they put that Diamond nameplate on, and it's real nice. They really did a nice job with those. They I don't know how they made. They probably didn't make more than like a few hundred that were that sort of format, I would think. So
yeah, those I remember when I was a kid in the 80s, and you couldn't afford a Gibson. There's no way when you're 14, 15 years old. The only way you're going to get one is if you steal one, your mother jumps in and bargains them down or something, or you get your hands on one of those Quartz or those Memphis or or the
Hondos, like you said.
Oh, the Hondos, man, those were great guitars, man. For what they did, they looked like one, they sounded like one, they felt like it, and you were able to modify them, and you wouldn't feel bad about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like the old Goya Strats.
Oh yeah.
The old Japanese that are, as good as the Fenders that they were making at that time.
Oh yeah. I got a question for you. How many guitars have you think you've owned over your lifespan?
Well, I've got a lot of them. I haven't gotten rid of a lot over the years, but I don't know, 30 maybe. Something like that. Which
ones have you sold off that you totally regret doing that?
I had a nice Gibson J45 acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
That was what year was it? 1964, I think. And that was a nice acoustic guitar, and I ended up selling that. And then I also had when I was younger, I had it was like a Goya Strat actually, but it was I think it was like a Cortez or something, but it looked just like a Fender.
Mm-hmm.
Had a real nice sunburst finish, nice Fender Strat copy. And I sold it to a guy, and like the next day, he sawed off one of the horns and modified the finish, if you will. I was pretty bummed out about that.
That Cortez you had, did it have like the big headstock?
Yeah, it was like the total old school,
like that 70s,
Strat.
like the 76 Strat,
position pickup selector. Didn't even have the 5 position. It was the old 3 position.
It had like the three screw things on the back of the neck, the screw the neck in. Not like they have on the plate. They have the 4 these days.
I don't know for sure if it had 3 or 4, but yeah, it was the old style. It was definitely the larger headstock. It was like the old style Strat.
I like that.
That thing was probably made. Hell, I had that when I was a kid. It was probably made in the. It was probably made in the mid '70s.
Yeah, those were nice. I still could picture that design, the writing of it, because it was like a real fancy calligraphy kind of writing, spun out Cortez.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Wow, you just gave me a flashback. I don't get them often. When you hit 50, you forget all that stuff. So what else you got planned going on?
I'm sorry, one more time?
I said, what else do you have planned, like for the rest of this year?
Mostly just getting the live act together here. I've got a couple of singers that I'm checking out right now, and if we get depending on what we can put together for some tour possibilities, it's not out of the question that Karsten might come over from Germany as well. So, ideally, I'd like to get something set up where it makes sense to do that. But yeah, that's kind of the plan here. I would do. A couple of warm-up local sets to get that rolling, and then we would probably start with some regional openers. I've done a lot of different openers over the years, and there's being here sort of in Central Illinois. I'm close to St. Louis, Indy, Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I can get to a lot of markets like that pretty easily. So yeah, that's kind of what I'd like to see happen here by around shortly after the first year, and then hopefully as we get into spring, we'd be set up for maybe a little bit more high profile kind of shows, whether we get on maybe a particular tour for a little while, or just hit some regional one-offs. But yeah, that's the idea, and then another CD probably. I've got. Half an album's worth of material, more or less, ready at this point, and I'd see doing something, later next year, probably get another one rolling. So yeah, it's nonstop one way or the other. I mean, for me, playing music and teaching guitar has been my living for a long time, one way or the other. So if I am fortunate enough to be able to focus it a little bit more on some of this original material, that would be great. But one way or the other, it's plowing ahead.
I hear you. Talking about guitar lessons, there, you started up the Guitar Lessons Online website, didn't you?
Yeah, there's the actual URL is guitarlessononline.com. And of course, there's a million different sites now like that. But when I actually started that in 2000, it was one of the very, very first couple of sites for guitar lessons that used streaming video and like Flash type, animation to illustrate and demonstrate the lessons. So so it was pretty cool for the time. And if you look at some of the stuff now, it looks kind of it's kind of dated looking because the graphics and so forth are so old by comparison to what you see now. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I got some nice sort of reviews and had a lot of people, sign up, of course, from around the world or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, pretty interesting. Didn't really make any money off of it, but what do you want?
It's a good idea. It's a great idea, man. And is that site still working?
The lessons are not up at the current time. Mm-hmm. When I first started that, it was pre-YouTube, and then shortly after it kind of was rolling is when YouTube started to come on the scene. And by the time you had YouTube operating the way it is, it was even easier for people to look at stuff there than to go to any lesson website. So yeah, it was kind of a pretty cool idea and pretty effective. What I'd really like to do at some point is kind of redo the lessons in a little bit more contemporary format and put it out on DVD. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It had like beginner technique type stuff, as well as like little styles, little rock riffs or lead parts and different things. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice. So when does Heatwave come out?
It was released like in July. I think it was like July 17th or something was when it was really actually very first available. So yeah, it's pretty new, just a couple months.
And how can people get a hold of it?
My website, DiBello.com, has all the ordering links there. You can also order direct like signed copies and sort of thing from my website. And then you can, of course, just get it on any Amazon or Spotify or whatever. Go there directly as well and search my name, search Heatwave, and then of course my my YouTube channel has a lot of stuff people can check out there as well. But yeah, it's pretty easy to purchase if you go to my website or really just about any typical source for either download or hard CDs.
Mm-hmm. And what's your website?
It's www.loudibello.com, LOUDIBELLO.
Nice. I got your record here. What song do you want me to play for everybody?
Have you played Blood on the Cross?
I had it lined up, but then I edited up the song names because it was just coming up, just a title didn't have your name on it, so I was messing with it. Then I put the wrong song, and that's when I played Let Me Hear You Scream. But I did have Blood on the Cross lined up, though.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. That's the one that's got the solos with me and Ross on there.
Nice. Okay, can you do us a quick favor?
Yeah.
Can you do a promo ID for a radio show? Just say your name, you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and throw something crazy out at the end of it and don't put no thought into it?
My name, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold Radio?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Go for it.
Hey, this is Lou DiBello. Check out my new album, Heatwave. You're listening to Maximum Threshold Radio.
Perfect. Lou, I thank you, man, for taking the time out and coming on here and we're talking up Heatwave and talking music with everybody, man. It was really sweet to have you on here.
Man, I totally appreciate it, Dom. Thanks for having me on, and hopefully we'll have some more news.
Oh, definitely.
Sort here to pass along before too long, and love to come back and do it again sometime.
Sounds good, man.
All right, appreciate it, brother. Have a good one.
Oh, you too. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
This is Ross the Boss from Death Dealer, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold, the maximum heavy metal radio show on the planet.
There you go, man. That's some Ross the Boss with Hailstorm. Yeah, right here on Maximum Threshold, man. We'll be getting him back on the show here pretty soon. Ah, man. But I want to really want to thank Lou for calling in and get everybody caught up with what's going on. It's really nice to have him on the show here. I had a blast Talking El Música with him. It's cool, man. Really cool. So, yeah. Stick around, people. Still got more show coming. I'm all tangled up over here in my wires. Maximum Threshold, you're on the air.
Hey, Dom, please.
Yeah, this is Dom.
Hey, how are you, man? Buggy from Alarm for War.
Hey, man, what's going on, Buggy?
It's going good. How are you? Can I ask, is Dom short for Dominic, or do you just prefer Dom?
Yeah, you can call me Dom. Yeah, it's short for Dominic.
Okay, cool. Just stick with that then.
Nice. So what's shaking, man? What's going on?
Well, just getting back from Idaho. Just played the Diamond Center and then the Wilma in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Just starting hit more and more stages. So it's pretty exciting. It's a lot of cool stuff going on over here.
Where are you located at? And where are you from?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Gotcha. So you're out there in the breadbasket areas out there, man. How is it out there?
It's pretty cool. I don't know much, about the music scene over here, but we got First Avenue, stuff like that over here. So as far as the music scene over here, I don't, obviously I'm 13 years old, so I couldn't really tell you much about the music scene over here. But other than that, it's just a really cool place to be over here.
Nice. So you just got done. You're in Idaho right now?
No, we are back in Minneapolis, but we just got done playing in Jerome, Idaho, and Missoula, Montana.
Damn. Was it snowing up there yet?
Yeah, it was. It was kind of funny because we were it was really nice weather, and then once we get into Montana, it almost kind of started blizzarding out. It's like, wow, and then it went down to 26-degree weather, and it got really cold out there for a minute. That was kind of unexpected.
Man, that's the crazy part of the year when you're going from really nice. Like I'm over here in Cleveland, and it was 80 over here today, man, and I know it's coming. It's coming. We're going to see hell. Hell is on its way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we're just kind of getting, we really love Christmas over here, so just kind of getting starting to get into the Christmas vibe over here. It's like, guys, you got to wait till November, but other than that, we're just.
So, for the people who aren't familiar with you, you want to give them a little brief bio on yourself and how you got into the music business and what you do.
Yeah, so guys, we are Alarm for War, and we're basically a rap metal. Chains on steroids, kind of like also a Rage Against the Machine on steroids. So we got really cool, that wicked kind of singing and that hardcore rap metal kind of thing. So for those who like rap, sometimes, what's cool, Dom, is sometimes we'll get messages on Facebook saying, I really like the rapping, but I don't like the singing, or we really like the singing, but I don't really like the rapping. So it's cool that you got both of them to work with, because then you win people. If you win them on one side, you win them on.
You there?
Yep, you there?
Yeah, I think we were losing you there for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's
so
all right.
Basically, rap metal band, Alice in Chains, kind of like a Rage Against the Machine on steroids. So just kind of an in-your-face hardcore rap metal band.
Nice. So, how are you getting the music out to people? And what kind of turnout are you getting at venues? And what are you using?
I don't know if it's my phone or your phone, but your phone cut out a little tiny bit. Can you say that one more time?
How are you getting your music out to the people, and what kind of turnouts are you getting at venues?
Well, it's going over really good. We're mainly just doing, a lot of stuff on, the web, because nowadays people don't need CDs. They want to go out and go online and download it.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just doing a lot of stuff, with Spotify playlist, Amazon, music, iTunes, just doing a lot of promotion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what do you mean you're old school? Like, well, everybody does downloads nowadays, so they don't even, just download it on my phone, so stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you, do you get most of your viewers, are they coming on you from, YouTube?
Yeah, we got a lot of people coming from YouTube. We kind of, promote it, while we're, playing live, kind of say, hey, check us out, alarmforwar.com. You got CDs and stuff like that. So we do a lot of promoting live, and then do some promoting, on a website, and that's kind of how that one goes over. Some people like CDs, but it's mainly all online.
Mm-hmm. what is your like your demographics where the people are? Let's see, what are like your age range of people that are checking you out?
Well, you know, there's a lot of people like it. Just mainly a lot of people like because in a lot of ways today the youth haven't been, you know, thrown out the right things and stuff like that. So we're just here giving them the message of hope and truth, basically giving them the other side of the spectrum. So we got a lot of youth responses.
Yeah. Now, are you getting any like since you were, how old did you say you were? 13?
Yes, sir. I'm 13.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you getting like any like sponsorship from like any like the TV stations or any shows or anything like that?
Yeah, we're just kind of coming out of the gate right now. We got a lot of, you know, we're just kind of getting more and more of those every day, like, hey, can I promote you on the show? Hey, can I do this? Can I get you on an interview and stuff like that? So we got a lot of, a couple, you know, YouTube ones that are saying, hey, can we promote your stuff on there? You know, sometimes on Twitter you'll get, hey, can we promote you on here? So just a lot of people coming in and asking if you can promote us on their website or, you know, their radio show or something like that.
Gotcha. How long have you been part of the music industry and the business?
Well, I've been doing this. I've always been kind of like, you know, rapping or singing my whole life, just kind of, you know, running around the house, just kind of humming or something like that. But I've been fully in music for 1 year.
Wow, it's pretty good, man. And when I listen to your music, man, it's like it sounds like you've been doing it for a long time, and it's like it just rolls right out, man. What are some of your influences that get you to where you're at now?
Well, to be honest, I had listened to POD before, but recording it, I wasn't trying to sound like anybody. I literally did not. I have like, I don't know how to say it. I just have like I didn't really have any influences on anybody on me. I just kind of I tell people it's just kind of. But I never tried to sound like them in the studio. It just how it came out.
Yeah. It sounds good, man. What kind of who did you work with putting this together?
We worked with Grammy Award winners. We worked with Brian Bart, recorded the album. Just, you know, a lot of top-notch people. We like to do everything, you know, top-notch around here. Like in the studio, it's not like, okay, that was in key, that was perfectly in key. We'll just keep that. No, it was like, no, okay, that was in key, but you know, we can do this better. So everything's top-notch. We got a Grammy Award winners around us, you know, J.R. McNeely engineered and Brian Bart and stuff like that.
Now, how'd you get in contact with these guys?
I was only 12 years old at the time, so the band, you know, kind of like knew a person who knew a person, so just kind of like a mutual friendship.
Yeah, gotcha. Yep. So it just kind of trickled down and got to you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So, like, you know, somebody in the band knows this person, and then that person has a really good friend, and then, you know, it kind of goes up the chain to the guy, and then, you know, you get in contact with them, and kind of like that. That's how that happened.
Nice. So, what do you got plans for you know the next year coming up for 2018?
Just working on getting on some tours, stuff like that. Like I said, we're just kind of coming out of the gate now. Done, you know. Go ahead.
Oh, go on.
We have, you know, done live shows. We're just working on getting on a tour. You know, we got a lot of different band offers and stuff like that. Just trying to figure out which one will be the best fit, you know, for the band for the start off. So the future is just reaching the masses with the Alarm for War message.
Nice. Now, I know a lot of bands, they get like sponsors and things like that to help fund their tours. Do you have any certain agencies or something like that that is financing you to push you through?
Yeah, I couldn't honestly. I mainly, it's kind of funny. I told the other guy on this too. I let, you know, the band kind of knows people who take care of that kind of stuff. I just have fun rapping, so I honestly don't really know.
Hey, sometimes it's good as when you don't really know what's going on and you just roll with it. But when you start getting your nose into it and you start figuring out, that's when you start getting, you know, the stresses start getting to you and you start hurting, you know, in your heart about, you know, how are you going to do it? How are you going to make this instead of that coming out naturally and feeling the love for the music? Yeah, you know, we got a lot of people who really believe in what we're doing and they help out and it's really cool. Mm-hmm. What are some of the members of your band's name?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
The members in your band, what are the names of them?
So we got Kisa, Johnny, and Smitty.
Mm-hmm. And how long have they been together as a band? Are they?
Well, they're seasoned musicians. I don't know. They're seasoned musicians. I'm 13 years old, so they've been, in different. I'm not sure the different bands that they've kind of been in, because I haven't really, been around that stuff. But they're seasoned musicians. I just happen seasoned previous musicians.
Mm-hmm. Now, was the band already formed and you joined it, or did you form the band?
The name kind of came out after the recording process. Like, hey guys, you need a name, and then after that, it actually comes from the book of Jeremiah, when Jeremiah was warning the people, and basically God was telling them, don't warn them anymore because they're not listening. So through our music, like I said earlier, we're just giving people the other side of the spectrum and basically warning them and telling them, like the young people, as far as stuff that they've been subjected to, it's like, you don't have to do that, just giving you the other side of the spectrum. So we're basically preaching the truth through our lyrics.
Oh, nice. So your music actually has a message with everything.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Now, is this a positive message that you're going out for all your songs?
Exactly. Yeah. So, like, if I can go to really quick, the song "Day Turned to Night," or one day it just might cost him his life.
Mm-hmm.
After he was done doing drugs in a bathroom, he was found dead on the floor. Standing around his dead body, someone in the crowd shouted out, "Where's your God at now?" And then someone else in the crowd replied, "The same place he was when he was warning him." So we're, like I said, we're just giving the young people the message of hope and truth. As musicians, it's our job. If we have a talent, it's our job to make sure that they have the right message rather than, a negative message like we see in, the music scene all the time and stuff like that.
Are you connected with like bands like with Skillet and other bands that have that positive message that when they go on tour?
I've heard of those guys before, but we don't have like any really connection with those guys now.
Yeah, because I know there's they have like a whole touring like bands that all go out together that all put out positive messages in their music, like band like Flyleaf and just bands.
Yeah, I don't know much about those guys, but just like kind of like a similar positive message that is, kind of the same thing we're doing, but we're not like hooked up to those bands at all. No.
Gotcha. Yeah, it'd be something to look into because they already have like large draw, and be something to probably help you out, to get your music out there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah.
So I got a hold of some of your material here, man. And like I said, I'm really digging the sound of it. And it's really, it's got a nice, powerful feel to it. And the way you sing, man, when you come over, man, it really, really catches you. Is that the vibe that you're going for when you're piecing these songs together?
Dom, I'm sorry, your phone cut out one more time. Say that one more time for me. I'm sorry.
I said, I'm listening. I listen to some of your music that you have out there, and the music that you have, it's like really, it's really some really good material out there. What is the vibe that you were putting into the music when you were making it?
Well, you know what, the band kind of you had put together the songs before I got into the band. So basically, that's all, them. They're just like, hey, let's add this to it. So I just think it's cool how, like I said earlier, we got rapping and Alice in Chains kind of like singing, stuff like that. So, just everybody in the band really likes that big, powerful sound. So it's just kind of how everybody had an idea and then put all the ideas together to make it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I noticed we're like losing. We're losing a lot of signal here. So I don't want to lose you. But
hello?
Can you hear me? You there? Okay, and we're back. Hey, and I don't want to lose you again, man. But I just want to touch a base with you and just want to shoot out the links where people can get a hold of your music. Find out more about you and your bio. If they want to go and buy merch, buy some of your stuff, man, give us the link so we can help get the word out there for you.
Yes, sir. It is www.alarmforwar.com. Again, www.alarmforwar.com to find us on the web. You can find us on Alarm for War on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and actually Pinterest. And you can also get some merchandise on alarmforwar.com. You should just click the store button, buy any of the state CD, and check us out. We'd love to hear from you.
Nice. Who are you on the road with?
We were just playing with Drowning Pool, Sick Puppies, Trapped, etc.
Damn, that's impressive. Why didn't you start it off? Tell me that, man. There's some big bands.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, first when we did, played with Blacktop Mojo, Autumn Row. Then we played with what was pretty cool how Drowning Pool came about. Just offered the Make America Rock Again tour.
Mm-hmm.
And we played with Drowning Pool, Creed, Adelita's Way, Black Oxygen, Trap, Sick Puppies, and bands like that. So it's pretty cool to get the opportunity to play with those guys, kind of right off the start.
Damn, that's pretty damn good. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Are there any talks about doing any festivals next year?
Yes, there is. I don't know too much information about that right now, but yes, I have heard of that. Yes, sir.
Nice. So once again, how can people get hold of your music?
It is www.alarmforwar.com. To find us on the web, you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just go click in Alarm for War. You can also find out our YouTube videos, Alarm for War, Day Turn to Night. Alarm for War, Love and Not Hate also has the rest of the EP out there on YouTube. Releasing another one pretty soon. And other than that, got alarmforwar.com. And again, once again, for people who like Pinterest, we're on Pinterest.
Nice. Can you do us a quick favor?
Sure.
Can you do a promo ID for a radio show? Just say your name, the band you're with, you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and throw some crazy out at the end of it, and don't put no thought into it?
Hang on 1 second, okay?
Sure.
Hang on 1 second.
Don't be writing this out, man. That's cheating.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, say that one more time. What am I supposed to say, sir?
Say your name, the band you're with, you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and then throw some crazy out at the end of it, and don't put no thought into it.
Maximum Threshold. Yeah. Hi, this is Buggy from Alarm for War, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold.
Nice. Hey, Buggy, man, I really appreciate you taking time out of here, and we definitely, man, we'll hook up again when I get all this crap fixed over here. We'll get you back on here, man, and then we'll work this all out again. And in other words, we're just going to keep pimping you out over here and keep the word going there for Alarm for War. And definitely, man, whenever you're in some of the towns, because I've been hearing about this tour going around here, and I didn't know you were on this, but definitely, man, we're going to help get the word out there as much as we can and help get the people up there in the front to see you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Dom. I totally appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
Yep, thank you. Yep, bye.
And have a good one.
When there's no one, 'cause he wanted to don't rewind, don't waste your time. I'm here to remind you, these the ways of truth and left. Of course, your time to change. It's your time to change. You're not promised tomorrow.
And there you have, man. That's Alarm for War, Day Turn to Night. That's off the release, man. Enemies of the State. So grab a hold of it and definitely make it yours. Good dude, man. Got some good music there. A lot of potential, man. He's on that real kick-ass tour, too. So you may be seeing him in your town and you don't even know it. So he rolls in there, man. Check it out and get up front and tell me you heard him here on Maximum Threshold Radio. So everybody, man, we're getting out of here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Buggy as well as Lou for calling in and being on the show tonight, man. You guys rock. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all you other people who are listening to us wherever you're listening to us around the world, man. I thank you, and I want to thank also our new feed sponsors, Shoutcast. And I just want to shoot this out there. Time Warner and Spectrum Internet sucks, as you can tell. It's pretty horrible. So, okay, man, we're getting out of here. So take care, man. I'll see you guys next week. I talked to Rob Dukes. I think he's coming on next Saturday. So expect it to be a heavy as hell show. Okay. See you guys, man. I'm out of here. Take care. Horns up, baby.
Just listen to Maximum Threshold Radio Show. Airs live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. until whenever the fuck they shut up. So tune in.
It is pointless to resist.